certainly never thought I'd be sharing a virtual stage with a former president, a first lady, a Lady Gaga, and a queen bee. Not to
Hey everybody! Welcome. Get settled, relax, get some water. Where's my water? Oh, my water's behind me by the plants. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. So, I think definitely should be a day where we just talk about what's happening in the world in terms of YouTube. There is a lot happening in the world, and everyone should learn about it ASAP. This is not sponsored, but this is the Palmer's coconut oil formula. Coconut oil swivel stick, lips, cuticles, rough patches, it rehydrates it all. This is what it looks like. So nice. Okay, let's get back to it. So I'm on my phone. I'm on Tube Filter, which is TubeBuddy. So the app is called TubeBuddy, and they have a section called News. And it's basically everything happening around the world, internet-based, very tech/internet based. And there's just different articles. It's just a massive source of different information. Articles people have written about just coming together, and you can see it. It's one source. Amazing. I love it. I recommend it. But I love reading the news and just being in touch with what's happening, creators around the world, like what is actually making moves, what are people talking about. So on April 27th, 2021, a few days ago, Geoff Weiss wrote that YouTube clocked 6 billion in ad revenues last quarter. So right now we're in spring, last quarter was winter, a 49% increase over quarter 1, 2020. YouTube clocked $6 billion in ad revenues last quarter, a 49% increase over quarter 1, 2020. So a year ago in 2020, compared to now, in 12 months, $6 billion was generated. 49% increase. They basically went, woo! They went to the moon. I am in shock. So I'm going to read the article because I like to read. YouTube parent company Alphabet reported today that its video giant clocked $6 billion in ad revenues in the first quarter 2021, a 49% year-over-year increase. YouTube clocked $4 billion in ad revenue in quarter 1, 2020. $4 billion compared to $6 billion. This does not include revenues derived from other YouTube products, including YouTube Premium, which they're always asking me to subscribe to, and I say I'm good, and YouTube TV. All told, Alphabet posted revenues of $55 billion last quarter, besting analyst estimates of $52 billion. So the experts guessed that YouTube would be around $52 billion. They were at $55 billion. And that was from Per Variety. Over the last year, people have turned to Google search and many online services to stay informed, connected, and entertained, which is so true. Over the last year, everyone was home for the most part, and people were looking for ways to connect. If you weren't in school via Zoom and Google Classroom, you were on platforms like TikTok. People were just looking for ways to stay connected, so I believe that. Over the last year, I'm reading this again, people have turned to Google search and many online services to stay informed, connected, and entertained. Google and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai, I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly. Pichai, let me see. Let me find out. Let me figure out how to say the Google CEO's name. You know what I mean?
Hello everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2020, as well as your parents, your teachers, and everyone who helped you get to this day. I never imagined I'd be giving a commencement speech with no live audience from my backyard.
I'm
But it's
watching a
giving me
commencement
a much
speech.
deeper understanding for what our YouTube creators go through. And I certainly never thought I'd be sharing a virtual stage with a former president, a first lady, a Lady Gaga, and a Queen Bee, not to mention BTS. I don't think this is the graduation ceremony any of you imagine. At a time when you should be celebrating all the knowledge you've gained, you may be
He didn't
grieving
pronounce his
what you
name.
lost, the moves you planned, the jobs you earned, and the experiences you were looking for. This is Sundar Pichai.
Pichai. Okay. We got it. We got the name. We got the name. Sundar Pichai. Beautiful name. Okay. So Google and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai said in a statement, "We've continued our focus on delivering trusted services to help people around the world." I'm trying to figure out how much the CEO makes when your company is bringing in 55 billion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? One part of the business, like 55 billion? Wow. Pichai also noted that YouTube Shorts product, a TikTok competitor, is garnering 6.5 billion daily views, which represents a substantial uptick over the 3.5 billion daily views that it was clocking in late January. In Q4 2020, YouTube generated 6.9 billion in advertising revenues. At the time, YouTube said it more than doubled the number of advertisers purchasing its skippable TrueView ads. Wow, I'm clicking on this link. So obviously, ads. This is all about ads. Like, this is the game. This is the long game. We consume this content. We use Google search. We use YouTube. We use these platforms, right? Everyone uses Google, right? Everyone's like, you don't know that? Google it. Google it. Google it. That is billions of people are using Google and searching for things, and they click on links, they read, they get the information they need, and they see ads. When you have something and a lot of people use it, you can charge businesses, advertisers that want to get the attention, the eyeballs of the people using your service. You can charge them. And YouTube makes a lot of money from that. And that's why you see a lot of YouTubers having ads. You know, if, let's say, Apple was sponsoring this video and be like, "Hey everyone, this is a new product from Apple. I just want to thank Apple so much. Thank you, Apple, so much for these AirPods. I'm going to show you all how to use them. They're really, really cool. They go into one ear like that. I know it seems weird, but this is the future, everyone. This is the future." And that's it. You know, you connect it to your phone via Bluetooth, and then you're off. You're playing music, whatever you want. You can also take phone calls. It's really awesome. Thank you so much again, Apple. Thank you. That's why you see everyone making these ads, and you know, it's very, very interesting because, look, as a YouTube creator, you are making money for Google. You're making money for the Alphabet company. You're making money for them. You're producing user-generated content. You, the viewer, you are being entertained. You know, you are learning information. We're providing that information as the content creators, as a YouTube creator, and then basically everyone wins. But this ad revenue model, I need to do more research on it because it's very, very interesting. If, like, just think about it. If YouTube is making, if the number is 55 billion and there's so many creators, everyone should be making a lot of money. That's what I want to say. If the number is 55 billion, everyone should be winning. Everyone. Plain and simple. Okay, I'm gonna go, but thank you so much for joining me on this topic about Google's payday, YouTube's payday, all of them. Well, it was basically YouTube. YouTube clocked 6 billion in ad revenue. Alphabet's strong fourth quarter revenues of 56.9 billion were driven in part by YouTube. CFO Ruth Porat told investors during the Giants' latest earnings report. So there's Alphabet at the top. That's the parent company. They have all these products. YouTube, one of their children, and YouTube made 6 billion in ad revenue, which helps the overall earnings report 56.9 billion. Wow. Okay. Bye.